Hey, welcome to Triple R Ministries. We'll be discussing the topics of Isaac and Abimelech. Isaac blesses Jacob. Esau's lost hope. Jacob escapes Esau. Esau marries Mahalath. Jacob's vow at Bethel. Jacob meets Rachel. Jacob marries Leah and Rachel, the children of Jacob, and Jacob's agreement with Laban. Okay, so there's a famine in the land, so Isaac goes and dwells with Abimelech in the land of Gerar. He introduces his wife Rebecca as his sister because he didn't want to die on her part, which was a lie. It wasn't his sister. So Abimelech eventually, after a long amount of time, saw Isaac caressing Rebecca, and he's like, "Obviously, this woman's your wife. Why'd you lie to us? You know, one of my men may have soon laid with her, like had sex with her, type of deal." You know, and Isaac's like, "Well, I didn't want you guys to, kill me on her part because she's beautiful and things like this." So Abimelech's like, "All right, it's cool, man. Stay wherever you want to stay in the land." And he charged his man not to mess with Isaac or Rebecca. So I guess Isaac was a farmer, and he sowed and ended up reaping 100-fold, and he prospered and continued to prosper until he became exceedingly prosperous. All right, and all the Philistines envied him. So they're like, "Man, get away from us. You're more prosperous than we are," type of deal. So he went away from them, and he dug a well, and here they come again, like, "Oh no, this is our water," So he went farther away, dug another well. So they came messing with him again. "Oh, this is our water. This is our water." So he's like, "Man." And he went farther away yet again and dug another well. And here nobody came and messed with him. So he's like, "Okay, finally the Lord has made room for me," type of deal. And around this period of time, the Lord appeared to him and told him, "Do not fear. He will bless him," and type of thing like this. And around this period of time as well, Esau, which is one of Isaac's firstborn son, he married two Hittite wives. Okay, Genesis chapter 27. Isaac is old now, and he's near the point of death. So he tells Esau to come in, and he tells Esau, like, "Hey man, make me something. Go out and hunt, and bring back some game. Like, go kill some game and make me that savory food that I like, and I'm gonna bless you." So Esau like, "All right, cool." We got his stuff, went out to hunt, and Rebecca overheard Isaac telling Esau to go out and hunt and stuff, right? And you got to remember that Rebecca's favorite son was Jacob, the second born, the younger brother. So Rebecca like, "All right, Jacob." She would go to Jacob like, "All right, look, this is what I want you to do. Go grab me one of the little calves from, our flock and slaughter it and bring it to me, and I'm going to make some savory food, and I want you to bring it to your father, and so he can bless you." Because, Isaac, he was very old and could barely see. He couldn't even see. So like, they was gonna trick Isaac into thinking that Jacob was actually Esau, so Jacob could get his blessing. And Jacob like, "Man, mama, I don't want to do this. What if daddy find out it's me and not Esau, and he end up cursing me instead?" And she like, "Ah, shut up, boy. Let the curse be on me. Go do what I told you to do." So he wouldn't. He killed the young part of the flock and brought it to her. She made the savory food. She put some of Esau clothes on him, and she put like some of the hair from the calves on his arm, so he'd be hairy like his brother Esau, and brought the food to his father. He's like, "Here I am, father, with your savory food. Eat it up and go ahead and bless me." And Isaac like, who are you? He like, and Jacob's like, "Oh, it's your older son Esau." He's like, "Oh yeah, come close to me so that I know it's you." He came close and he grabbed his arm and felt that he was hairy and smelled his clothes and stuff, like, "Oh, I guess it is you." So he ate the food and blessed him. So that whoever blesses him will be blessed. Whoever cursed him will be cursed. To bless him to live in the fat of the land, have a lot of grain and wine and all these good blessings. So Jacob got up out of there. All right. Now Esau show up with the savory food. He like, "All right, Daddy, I'm back. I went and killed the some game for you, made your savory food. Here it is. Eat it and bless me." And Isaac like, "Who is you?" And Esau like, "It's me, your elder son Esau." And Isaac was so angry that he got mad and he started trembling exceedingly. You know what I mean? And then he informed Esau that Jacob already came in and brought him the food and he blessed him already. So Esau was mad and he cried out in a bitter cry in a loud voice. He's like, "Bless me also, Father, bless me also." He said this a couple times. And so Isaac went ahead and blessed him to, but he'd have to serve to live. He blessed him to like live in the fat of the land and these things, but he would have to serve his brother Jacob. But after he became that he would break the yoke that Jacob has on his neck after he becomes, what's the word I'm looking for? When he gets tired of it. All right. And so, again, Esau's ticked off, so he plotted to kill Jacob. So Rebekah go to Jacob like, "Look, Esau's plotting to kill you. This is what I want you to do. I want you to go stay with my brother Laban. Stay with him for a while until Jacob cool off, and then, you can come back," type of deal. So he shot out. But before he left, in Genesis chapter 28, Isaac tells Jacob to come in. He blesses him again, and he tells him not to take for himself a Canaanite wife, but he wants him to marry one of Laban's daughters. And he blessed Jacob again to have Abraham's blessing, which is to inherit the land of Canaan forever. All right. Now Esau overheard Isaac charging Jacob, telling him not to marry a Canaanite or whatnot. So he's like, all right, he already had 2 Hittite wives, Esau did. So he wouldn't took from Ishmael's daughter. He married his daughter Mahalath, and hoping to please his parents, type of deal. Moving forward, okay, so Jacob's on his journey to Laban's house, okay, and he lays and goes to sleep on a rock and has a dream. He sees angels ascending and descending, and the Lord was above this ladder that the angels were ascending and descending on. And the Lord spoke to him saying, "I'm the father of Abraham and Isaac. I'm the God of Abraham and Isaac. And I'm going to give you this land that you're laying on as an everlasting possession." That's the blessing of Abraham. And so when Jacob woke up, he's like, "Man, this must be the gate of heaven. If God will keep me in the way that I'm going, give me food and give me clothing, then he'll be my God, and everything that I gain, I'll give him 1/10 of it," type of deal. And so Jacob continues on this journey and came about a well near Laban's place, and there were people there trying to water their flocks and stuff. He's like, "Hey, y'all know who Laban is?" type of thing. They're like, yeah, we know Laban. Matter of fact, there goes his daughter right there. They pointed to Rachel, which was a shepherdess. So Jacob went over there and met Rachel and watered her flocks, which was Laban's flocks. And he kissed Rachel and wept and cried out and wept, lifted his voice and wept, type of thing. And I guess he loved Rachel and whatnot. So Rachel went about and told her father, "Oh yeah, I met Jacob, this, that, and the third." So Laban came out and he embraced Jacob. He's like, "Oh man, you flesh of my flesh," because Laban is Rachel's brother. I'm sorry, Laban is Rebekah's brother. So, and Jacob obviously is Rebekah's son. Okay, so he embraced them and stayed with him for a month. All right. Now it came about where Jacob's like, "All right, man, what's your wages gonna be? You my flesh and blood. I can't have you working for me for free." And Jacob like, "Man, I'll work for you for 7 years for your daughter Rachel." So they like, "Cool." Laban like, "Cool. You know what I'm saying? Better she marry you than somebody else." So he worked for 7 years, and it says that 7 years seemed like only a day because he loved her so much. And so when it came time to finally marry Rachel, Jacob got drunk and stuff like this, and Laban went to bring his wife into his tent, but instead of bringing Rachel, he brought Leah. You know what I'm saying? And Jacob slept with her and stuff and woke up in the morning like, "Who are you?" Type of thing. So he goes to Laban like, "Man, why you do this thing to me?" And Laban like, "Oh man, well, it's our culture that we get a younger daughter first. So this is what we're going to do, right? Work for me another 7 years, and I'll give you Rachel. You can have Rachel and just let a little time pass. I'm going to give you Rachel too. You can have her too, but you got to work for me another 7 years. So he's like, "All right, man, cool." So now he starts having a whole bunch of kids, the children of Jacob. So God seen that Leah was unloved, and he opened her womb, and she bore 4 kids to Jacob. All right. Now Rachel, like in chapter 30 here, Rachel's like, man, I ain't having no kids. She was like, she wouldn't have kids for a while, so she gave Jacob her handmaid, and Rachel's handmaid had 2 kids for Jacob. So Leah she stopped having babies. So she like, all right, she gave Jacob her handmaid, and she had 2 kids. So one day Leah seen one day Rachel seen Leah's oldest son with some mandrakes. She like, man, I want them mandrakes. So she go to Leah like, man, let me have your son mandrakes. You know what I'm saying? Leah like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? I have my son mandrakes. And Rachel, all right, look, you can have Jacob for the night. You know what I'm saying? You can have Jacob for the night if you give me your son mandrake. So Leah like, all right, cool. So Leah went out and met Jacob like, you gotta sleep with me tonight, cause you know you've been hired for my son's mandrakes type of thing. So Jacob went and slept with her, and she conceived and bore 2 more kids, and a daughter, 2 more sons and a daughter, and finally God heard Rachel's cry, and she conceived and bore 1 son, and his name was Joseph. Now Jacob makes an agreement with Laban. Jacob, because you know all this time is served now, so he goes to Laban like, all right, man, send me away. And Laban like, no, man, why don't you just stay with me? You know, just name your wages again, type of deal. So Jacob like, all right, check it out. Out of all the flock and herds and animals, I want to have all the spotted and speckled animals, and you have the animals that are like not spotted and speckled. And Laban like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Put a 3-day journey in between them. And Jacob bred the animals in a way that only the only animals that were conceived were spotted and speckled. So he prospered and became exceedingly prosperous in that manner. Now, yeah, and essentially that concludes Genesis chapters 26 through 30. Thank you all for listening. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. God bless. Take care.